In today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through the project list, so stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Nikki and I want to welcome you here to Carry Grace. Alright, so it has been a minute since I have shown my face around here. In August, we decided that we were going to tackle some projects here in our house and just get them knocked off of our list. And I had no idea how much this was going to just completely wear us out. So let me kind of just start from the beginning just a little bit. We bought our home in April of 2023. It is very much a fixer-upper. We aren't doing any kind of like major renovations. We have mostly been fixing things that needed to be fixed. There have been so many things just behind the scenes that needed to be taken care of that you don't actually physically see or know unless you actually live here. Things that were just broken, things like that. We had to update a lot of lighting. We had to do just a lot of things, and we kind of just got to where we were kind of at a standstill. We were kind of just burnt out on working on projects. There has been so much wallpaper in this house, and if you know anything about wallpaper in an older home, it can just be a booger. Like, it has been so much work, and once we have gotten the wallpaper down, walls were extremely damaged, which needed to be fixed, and those are things that my husband can do, but he is like way out of practice, so there was just kind of a learning curve, and so it's just been a lot. So anyway, in August, we were hosting a party for my oldest son, who is currently in Africa. He is there for 3 months doing some training, and we were doing like a see you later party for him. And before I started planning the party, I had already started taking down the wallpaper in our powder room. And so I told my husband, I was like, let's just do our best and see if we can get this powder room finished before the party. So my goal was simply to get the walls painted in the powder room so that we didn't have, you know, like half wallpaper, half no wallpaper. However, when we started looking at all of the things that we had to do, my husband decided that we were going to knock out a bunch of things. We were going to set a goal. We had 3 weeks, and I didn't even think we could finish that bathroom in 3 weeks. But we sat down and we made a list. Y'all, this list is insane. And I don't even know how we accomplished this, but we actually accomplished almost every single thing on this list. I'm gonna go through the list with you. The only thing we didn't get to finish was the kitchen drywall repair, and that is up above the cabinets. And then we didn't get to finish the kitchen ceiling. The only reason we didn't get to finish those is because a hurricane came through and knocked over our fence. So the neighbors have a big tree, a huge limb dropped, it knocked over a big section of our fence, and that had to become a priority. So because of that, we didn't get to finish this other project. However, we did all of these other things, and it was crazy. I have been putting off this video, like making this video, because I really and truly just needed some time to recover from doing all of this. Like I said, it was just major. It was a lot of just work physically, mentally. You know, we were starting school. My son was getting ready to go to Africa for 3 months. My husband was working full time, like all the things, just life things. And so I kind of just had to step away and take a little break and kind of recover and get my son started with our new homeschool year and just all the things. But I'm finally ready to share, and I've kind of been toying with how to share this because I kind of just have a bunch of footage. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read this list so that you know everything that's on the list. I'm gonna kind of just show you some clips of just kind of little clips here and there of us working on some projects, and then you will get to see the afters. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a talk it through, like a voiceover, or if I'm gonna just do music. I'm not sure. I won't really know until I'm kind of like in the editing process, but I wanted you guys to see all these things and know all these things before I started filming cleaning videos again. That way you could kind of see everything all at once. So for those of you that have been here and are really interested in the things that we've done to our home, you're gonna be excited about this video. All right, so let me just read this list to you. We needed to do the electrical in the powder room. electrical in the kitchen, powder room plumbing, powder room faucet, powder room glue removal. That's like the glue from the wallpaper. Powder room drywall repair, powder room wallpaper, and paint behind the toilet. So that was like its own little thing. Upstairs, plumbing, sink, drain. So like the drain needed to be replaced. Upstairs, plumbing for the toilet. Upstairs, plumbing for the faucet. Paint garage door. That's not like the outside garage door. That's the door inside our house that goes into the garage. There was a kitchen light that needed to be replaced. We needed to hang some curtain rods in the dining room. The backsplash in the kitchen, like the rest of the kitchen, that also needed to be grouted. Paint powder room light, boys' bathroom cabinet doors, coffee bar doors and hinges, hang mirror back up in the powder room. And then for baseboards, we decided that we're not sure when we're going to redo the floors in here, so we decided to go ahead and just paint the baseboards for now because we knew it would just make such a difference. We're going to the plan though is that when we decide what flooring we're going to do, to replace the flooring and then replace the baseboards. So I ended up just painting baseboards. I did the kitchen baseboards, dining room, living room, entryway, powder room, and the boys' bathroom upstairs. And then for cabinets, I painted the coffee bar cabinet, the powder room cabinet, and the boys' bathroom cabinet. And then we had to caulk a lot of like the baseboards and things. So we had to do that in the kitchen, dining room, living room, entry, powder room, boys' bath, den, and hallway. And again, we had 3 weeks to tackle all of this. So it was a big undertaking. We didn't get a lot of sleep. We didn't do anything fun for 3 weeks. We ate a lot of frozen pizza, but we got it done and we had a great party for my son. And we are just glad that we have this knocked out. And now it is the middle of October and we still have not finished the kitchen ceiling. We were probably going to do it soon, but it was kind of one of those things where we just kind of took a breather, and now we kind of really just need to get that finished because we have everything to get it finished, and it's still just a mess. So I am going to start rolling some footage so you can see all of the things that we did. All right, so what you are seeing here is some wallpaper that I needed to get down. This was hopefully so that I could prep and get some painting done up there. I ended up not doing that. We still got the wallpaper down. Right here, I'm showing you that I have painted the trim here in the kitchen. You guys can see it looks so much better. And then I also started painting the coffee bar in here. But again, I'm kind of just giving you an overlook. I didn't get any befores of this. I will link some before videos so that you can see what all of these rooms look like before we moved in. And then right here, you can see that I am working on painting cabinets. All right, I've got my painting clothes on. I was in these clothes for just pretty much every day for 3 weeks. So this paint is Benjamin Moore Advance. I can't remember. I think it's just called Advance paint. And it is specifically for like cabinets and trim. And the color that we are using is Hail Navy. Let me tell you something about this paint. This paint was incredible. It shocked me. I have painted a lot of things, but this paint was so good. It's very expensive and it takes a long time. So just to kind of give you guys an idea, every cabinet door that I had to do took multiple days. So I had to paint one side with primer and then 2 coats of paint per side. However, this paint is different. It takes 16 hours before you can put another coat on. So that is something that I was not prepared for. So I ended up having to paint a lot longer than I thought I was going to be able to, but it was completely worth it. This paint is very easy to work with. It goes on really smoothly, and I would 100% recommend it, and I will use it again. We got a gallon of paint, and I did all the cabinets that you're going to see, and it's like I barely put a dent in the paint. You can see right there, I dropped a big old glob of it. So I was just trying to make sure that I didn't get it anywhere. But again, you're going to see more of this paint because I had a lot of cabinet doors to paint, but it works really well. All right, so right here, you're just kind of seeing the before of our trim. So we were going to wait and put in new trim when we did the floors. But like I said, we've just kind of changed the order of some things that we're doing and decided to go ahead and just paint all of this trim so that it would look nice in the meantime. I'm telling y'all, it was a lot of work too. All the wood trim required 2 coats of primer and then 3 coats of paint and then caulking. Some of them I had to caulk twice. My husband actually did the caulking, but yeah, it was a long process, a lot of days. So here I am, you can see I'm just working on another coat of paint. So what we ended up painting, we did the coffee bar. You can see in our kitchen, there's a lot of brown. We chose not to paint the kitchen cabinets. There's a few reasons that we didn't, mostly because I just don't want to do it. It's a lot of work. But the other reason is because there are some imperfections in the wood, and it would be highlighted if we painted it. However, most people aren't going to notice the imperfections in the wood just with the wood like it is. So that's one of the main reasons. But anyway, one day we may decide if we're going to stay in this house for any length of time. We have come up with some plans where we may knock down a wall and completely change the kitchen. But that's not where we're at right now. Right now, our goal has really just been to kind of just update what's here without doing anything major. So lots of paint, lots of taking down wallpaper, more paint, and just all of the things. You are going to be able to tell in this shot right here, this is where we just kind of dropped project supplies. So that's kind of where everything was. This is the day that we taped off the garage door so that I could tape the garage door. It was out in the garage. And then this, you are seeing kind of the before, or actually this is in progress of the walls in the powder room. This is a room that I took wallpaper down. My husband had started working on the patches. There was still more patching that needed to be done, like drywall patching. These walls were in rough shape, but you'll see at the end that they ended up turning out really well. So right here, I'm just kind of showing you little updates. I'm starting to prime and paint. Just lots of prime and paint, you guys. Priming and painting over and over and over. We did this, like I said, for 3 weeks. So here in the kitchen ceiling, you can see why our ceiling needs some attention. This kitchen used to have light boxes that we took out right after we moved in, and then my husband put in these new lights. But obviously, because of the lighting that was there, there's just a lot of work that needs to be done. This is the project that we were planning to do, but then didn't get to do because of the storm that came through and knocked the fence down. So I was just kind of showing you a before. Right here, before my husband could do the backsplash, I wanted a new outlet. You can see I've got an outlet here behind the toaster oven, and then I wanted an outlet over here behind my mixer. So he had to cut all that stuff out. He installed a new outlet for me. You can see all my stuff for my kitchen counters is on top of the fireplace because we had work that we needed to do. So up here, my husband, he is just kind of working on patching those walls. At this point, we still think we're going to be able to get to that project. We don't know that the fence is going to come down and that we're going to have to switch our attention. But you can see we just have supplies scattered throughout the house.
Right here you can see that the backsplash, like that goes with the countertop, has been pulled off. And then my guys, they have everything set up. They've got a couple of workstations set up so that they can start the tile. So you can see it is all hands on deck. They did a great job. So we did the backsplash on the other side of the kitchen several months ago, and then we waited to do this side. So in here you can see I kind of went really fast, but I was showing you that we did get some paint on the walls finally in the bathroom. And then on this particular day, we are hanging some curtains. And then right here you can see there's just messes everywhere, y'all. That is just dirty towels that my kids threw down so I could do some laundry. We have just stuff piling up everywhere because, again, everything's just having to get moved so we can paint the baseboards. And I'm the only one that painted baseboards, by the way. That was all me. So if you've been here for a while, you may have seen some of the different things we've tried in the dining room. I've tried having a piece of furniture in here under the window. I just really wanted it, but ultimately it just was not ideal. And this window is not centered. So I've really been wanting to hang curtains up here. And so that meant that I'm kind of trying to trick your eye with the artwork and the curtains. I'm trying to make it look like the window is centered, even though it's really not. But it took a little while. I had to kind of fiddle with it quite a bit. But you're going to see this at the end, and I'm so happy with how this turned out. It looks really good in here. It feels really good in here. And one day I will have enough time to paint these chairs that are mismatched and super distressed. But this was not the time that was going to happen. All right, so here, this is just a night. You can see it's dark outside if you look through the garage windows. I am just doing more painting of cabinet doors. So we painted the cabinet doors. I can't remember if I told you, the coffee bar in the kitchen. We did the bathroom cabinet in the powder room, and then also the bathroom cabinet in my boys' bathroom upstairs. I never actually share with you that bathroom, but pretty much everything we did in the downstairs bathroom, in the powder room that you're going to see, we did all of those same things upstairs. So we enlisted my oldest son to put up this fence for us because it was just a major job, and he is such a hard worker. He's a beast. So he was able to get that done very quickly. You can see I'm starting to have to get creative with where I am painting because there's so many cabinet doors and just only so many surfaces, and the humidity was so high outside. So I have them in the den on top of laundry baskets. All right, so now you can kind of see the progress. You can see the afters of what we did. This is the kitchen. The coffee bar is done. It turned out really nice. I'm really happy that we have the blue cabinet mixed with the wood. I like the contrast. It just kind of breaks up some of the wood and the brown flooring, and I'm just really happy with it. So you can see right here, all the trim is done. The doors have been done. They've been painted. We've got new hardware and hinges on all of the interior doors. And over here you can see the backsplash is done. You can also see that we didn't get to address the ceiling and the top of the cabinets yet, but that will come. But he did get all the patches done. Like, it's ready to start working on again. But this just feels really good. It's so much nicer to do dishes now. Everything feels nice and clean and not dirty. The wallpaper that used to be in here, if you guys remember that, it just was so dingy and dirty. And this has just been such a nice change. So this is just a reminder that you don't have to just completely gut everything and start over. Sometimes you really can just work with what you have, with just adding some tile and some paint and just lots of hard work. So in here in the dining room, you guys, this feels so good to me now. I've got flowers out because, again, we were getting ready to host a party. You can tell that all of the trim has been caulked at this point, so it looks nice and finished. Again, one day we're going to paint those chairs. I still have to decide on a color and just have to have the time and I need the weather to cooperate. So it's just a lot of things, but this dining room has come so far. Again, I'm going to have a video down in the description box that you can check out so you can see how bad this used to look. There used to be striped wallpaper in here. It was pink and green. It was horrible. It looks so much better in here, and I'm really excited that it's like this year so that I can decorate in here for Christmas. Like, I am so very excited. All right, so here in the entry, I'm just showing you that I got those doors painted. The trim is painted. We have opted for now to not paint the front door. Basically all the exterior doors. So like the front door, and then the door that goes to the back patio. Well, we've got 2 doors that go to the back patio. We've decided not to paint those, but in here you can see this bathroom. Wallpaper is down, walls are fixed, painted. I put up some artwork. We added, there's a lot of plumbing and stuff that had to be done in here. You can't see that, but we've got like a new toilet paper holder and a new faucet and a new light fixture. We used the same. Well, there's also, I painted the cabinet, new hardware on the cabinet. The mirror is the same. We are eventually, when we have time, we are going to add some wood trim around this mirror just to kind of dress it up. We're going to do that in this bathroom and then also in the boys' bathroom upstairs. But again, new faucet that required new plumbing, new light. I got a couple new hand towels just to kind of make everything look nice and fresh. And you guys, it is just feeling so nice in here. So I wanted you guys to see all of this before I start doing cleaning videos again so that you can see everything that we got to do. Painting the trim made such a difference. I'm glad we went ahead and painted it instead of waiting to replace it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these updates. If you're new to my channel and not already subscribed, please consider subscribing down below, and I will see you guys soon.